Good morning, family and friends. I'd like to thank everybody for the support and the encouragement for what I'm trying to do here. Thank you for the messages, the input. Some things triggered me to to speak about what I'm going to speak about today, which is I started out the morning by making a list of things that I was grateful for, and above always and as always is God. And secondly is the people. The messages that I received from the people were really truly a blessing and an encouragement. One in particular that really made me laugh was one that I received from my brother-in-law, Dwayne Nelson, and he was telling me this analogy of about a pair of shoes, how you walk in shoes. But it was just so funny that it just made me think, and couldn't sleep this morning. So when I woke up at 3:30, it hit me like a ton of bricks. How it equates to a lot of things, the shoe scenario that he gave me. That being said, there's a couple of words I want to discuss, and I want you to pay attention to. One is thoroughbred. The second is settlement. Okay. And how would I begin this? I like to send like I said, I'm so supportive of the people who are supportive of me, but I would be remiss if I didn't share this with you about thoroughbreds. You hear a lot of other terms go around, but you never hear the term thoroughbred. You always hear that term OG. I don't want people to call me OG. I don't want, never, because I made too many mistakes, and to me that just isn't clever enough. I want, if I get rated or whatever, I've always aspired to be like those that I've seen go before me, walk before me, still walking, the thoroughbreds. When I was younger, going through my foolishness, there was this brother I met. I was really, I was 17 at the time. I was really out there doing a bunch of dumb stuff. Really. And that's putting it mildly. That's putting it very mildly. But this brother saw me, and he stopped me, and he said, "Yo, man, why don't you take a ride with me?" I'm like, "Okay, me, I'm adventurous. Yeah, what's it gonna be about?" I goes with this brother. This brother, by the way, his name is Jimmy Marshall. He took me with him to his house, introduced me to his significant other, and he shared some things with me. Again, I was 17 at the time when he shared these things with me. And he said, "Bro, why are you doing this when you could be doing this?" Wow. It sounded really good, interesting, real deep. But at that time, I was in such a state of ignorance that I didn't recognize the blessing in disguise. And I'm saying that so that other people can know that when you see a blessing, recognize it to be a blessing. It was not in disguise. It was neatly packed. But I couldn't receive the blessing because at that time, and I didn't know it at that time, I was an alcoholic. Didn't even know I was an alcoholic. I've always steered away from hard drugs, but I never wanted to be a dope fiend. But I didn't even know that you could be an alcoholic. And how you gonna tell somebody that you're alcoholic if you don't even know you're alcoholic? So, I didn't know that, but I know that now. And and when you're an alcoholic at a young age, you really don't want to confess it. But I'm gonna get back to this point, being the point that I really want to stress about OG thoroughbred. I said Jimmy Marshall because to me, I classify him as a thoroughbred, a person who goes through life from beginning to end, striving to do the best, fall, get down, but get back up. But do it with grace. Do it with style. Do it with class. Do it with honor. Do it with integrity. That's a thoroughbred. He's still, to this very day, as I'm told, still serving and helping the community. You know, and I think that, you know, it would be remiss if I didn't give him this award that I now decided that brothers should have. Brothers should honor brothers while they're here before they're gone. Because, like I said in the beginning, my brother-in-law said something to me about shoes. These brothers that I'm describing now, thoroughbreds, who go from beginning to end, who will fall down but make it still look smooth, who represent Boston when they're not in Boston. When you see them out of state or out the country, people ask them where you're from, and they say with confidence, Boston. That's a thoroughbred. And I would like to give the first award to Jimmy Marshall, because you can't walk a mile in his shoes unless you're a thoroughbred. I salute you, my brother. I salute you for being there for me when I was in my ignorance. Much respect. He commands respect. He doesn't ask for respect. He commands respect. Thank you, brother. The next individual who I would like to mention is Joey G. Joey Gomes. And you talk about shoes. This brother is like a saltaire. He taught me about the shoe game. He taught me about the clothes game. He taught me, you know, cheap fabrics versus quality fabrics. But he also preaches family. He also preaches legacy. He also preaches being a man. The embodiment of the things that are good that brothers need to hear and brothers need to do. No OG. Thoroughbred. Joey falls down and will get up and you never even know he touched the ground. He won't have a piece of dirt on him. It's the finesse. So Boston. The So Boston. You know what I'm saying? The So Boston award should go to Joey Gomes. He is so Boston. He is so tactful. He is so helpful. He gives to the community. Oh, and above all, he loves his elders. Respects his elders. Stresses for us to respect our elders. Honor our elders. He told me about going out the country. Told me about Canada. He told me about a lot of places. But he also showed me how to move when I get to those places. When they ask where you're from, Boston, represent. Boston was known for finesse. These gentlemen I discussed today, to this very day, still execute with finesse and honor. You know, the So Boston Award, Joey G. That's Joey G. You know him. And I don't say that to toot another horn, but like I said, those are my brothers. I got to give them their flowers while they're here because, you know, they helped me along the way. You know what I'm saying? And the third award goes to my wife. She just as thoroughbred. Just you know, oh man, people position you and help you. You have to give them their flowers while they're here. My wife always told me I did so much. You love me so much. I never felt as though I did enough. I never felt that, even to this day. And I want to give her the So Boston Award because she was a thoroughbred and is a thoroughbred. Addiction. Now let me touch on this addiction. Oh, no. Let me touch on this settlement thing. There are a lot of brothers, not myself. There's a lot of brothers who are taking settlements. And what I mean by that is they're signing a piece of paper that they refuse to go any further. That they will accept a settlement. If you're offered $1 million and you know you're entitled to $1 million, why would you take $10,000? That's not going to cover your family and you. That's a settlement. The same can be said with how we do things, how we take shorts, how we don't get up and handle our business, and we just settle for mediocreness. That's a settlement. That's a settlement. I was having a debate with a sister about this, that, sisters, they taking settlements. You know what I'm saying? They're taking settlements. I want everything that I'm entitled to, everything that I earn. I refuse to take a settlement, because the people who I said came before me, they didn't take a settlement. They won't take a settlement. A thoroughbred is a thoroughbred, meaning pure blood. I ran into my brother Joey a while ago, and first thing he started talking to me was real estate, Airbnbs. I'm on it, bro. I'm on it. I don't talk about it. I'm about it. Thoroughbreds, bro. Surround yourself with the right people, bro. Remember, I said, people come to you and they share things with you, a blessing in disguise. When I didn't listen to my brother Jimmy Marshall years ago, and take that advice that he gave me, try to give me, bro, I found myself facing a judge with 30 secret indictments. Bro, they had a blackboard. They had a blackboard of all the dumb stuff I did. Talk about we was just waiting on you. But yet somebody gave me an out, and I didn't take the out. Bruh, people will glamorize the penitentiary for whatever reason. I equate the penitentiary to hell. I found God in hell at a filthy piss toilet bowl. I found God. But it wasn't until I seen so many people who cared about me share so many things with me. God is real. He's in my life. He can be in your life if you accept him. Don't take the settlement. Don't sign on the dotted line to ignorance and foolishness. Sign up for what you want. Sign up for what benefits your family. Sign up for the grown man course. Sign up for the grown man course. You'll get some awards. You'll get some accolades. You don't even need awards or accolades. Again, remember what I said? You sleep better. You sleep better. And I'm going to tell you something. There's brothers getting locked up right now who probably will see this and say, they was told. They knew that door was going to be kicked in sooner or later. And it kills me. Because when it happens, the first thing they do, they don't got the grown man course. They call in Ma. Ma, can you call Tamika for me? They're calling the kids on the phone asking, does mommy have a friend? Yo, bro, you signed this paper. You signed up for the settlement. You said you signed up for the paper. Honor your settlement. Bruh, nah. We not doing settlements here. We not doing settlements here. We striving for excellence. Not better, not best, excellence. Because I told you before, somebody came before us and they paved the way. I mentioned a couple of gentlemen who paved the way for me. You know what I'm saying? Who showed me a few things. They didn't have to tell me anything. They did it out of pure concern for their fellow man, for their brother, for their younger brother. But yet you act like those people don't exist. Those people do exist. They're called thoroughbreds, not OGs. I'm not going to get off into who took the settlement, the OG or the thoroughbred, but we know goddamn well the thoroughbred didn't take no settlement. We know damn well that didn't happen. He's thriving this very day. As should we. As should we. You gotta, like I said before, you gotta be careful where you get your information from. Yeah, you really do. And I'm giving you some information. I'm giving you some information based off my life experiences. I'm not giving you something based off of something I heard on the block. I actually heard that guy saying, does mommy got a friend? Yo, bro, what part of the game is that? You blew your shot at her. She gone. Handle your business. Do your time. You in your room pulling your hair all up. Bro, I'm going to tell you something else about that penitentiary. Half them cats that's in that penitentiary that was keeping it real, they wish they could be home right now mowing the grass. They wish they could be at home mowing the grass, going to work. You spent 20 years in the penitentiary when you could have put the money in the bank, did compound interest, paid yourself, and become a millionaire with them 20 years. And I say that to say this. If you're going to teach these young brothers something, teach them how to save their money. Teach them about compounded interest. Teach them about stocks and bonds. Teach them about real estate. Everything happens over time. Teach them this. Bruh, teach them this. Teach them how to sit in the chair and relax, man, and wait. Teach them how to fully read your bank statement. Teach them how to make sure they put respect on your name. You know what I'm saying? A thoroughbred. You know, like I said, the Soul Boston Award. There's some cats, man, and I don't mean to slate anybody by only sharing about these two brothers. There's a lot of other brothers I could share about, but these two brothers I sat with, I talked to. There's evidence. Success leaves clues. Check these brothers out. Success leaves clues. They're successful. You could call them OGs, but in the real world, the real spectrum, they're thoroughbreds. They fell down, they got up, they didn't even miss a beat. They said, hey, I made a bad choice, I'll live with it, honor it. Thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for listening. You know, you need a shoehorn. That's why I said so Boston. You need a really good shoehorn to walk in those shoes. Now, if you're gonna walk and do something, if you're gonna take a settlement, you don't need this. But to walk in some good shoes, you need this. Peace. To God be the glory.